Rocket Lab completes the first Internet of Things (IoT) small satellite launch for Kinéis of France. The rocket skimmed just above the ocean, needling its way into orbit during the approximately 8-minute launch. This mission carried out Rocket Lab's 58th Electron flight. The Electron launched from Rocket Lab's Launch Complex 1 in New Zealand at 2:13 p.m., placing 5 IoT satellites for Kinéis into orbit. The satellites were deployed from the Electron's kick stage more than an hour after liftoff into 635-kilometer, 98-degree orbits. The mission is the first of a minimum requirement of 5 Rocket Lab missions under a contract announced in September 2021 with Kinéis. Via a constellation that will provide Internet of Things services, each launch will deploy 5 28-kilogram satellites into orbit. Everything passed perfectly, explained Kinéis chairman and CEO Alexandre Tisserand in an interview after the launch, adding that spacecraft controllers are now maneuvering all 5 satellites into their correct orbits. These initial satellites represent the beginning of the Kinéis-enabled IoT revolution and hold full capacity to meet their commercial service goals. Through Kinéis, the company hopes to disrupt the IoT market by offering reliable connectivity for a variety of use cases, which range from smart agriculture to asset tracking and more. The satellites in the constellation will allow devices to communicate over long distances, even in remote and underserved areas where traditional connectivity options are scarce. Though a timeline that includes the exact nature and order of the next 4 launches hasn't been disclosed, Tisserand noted that the second launch is slated for later this year. These developments mean that anticipation is high amongst all of us in the Kinéis team as we continue building our IoT constellation. These launches will be instrumental in Kinéis's attempt to provide global IoT coverage, and the company is focused on ensuring that all missions go well. This launch is a major milestone for Rocket Lab, making it the 50th flight of Electron since its debut in May 2017. In Western markets, particularly where launch failures and bankruptcies had beset some competitors or saw competition from larger rockets offering rideshare services, Electron has emerged as an essentially uncontested leader in the commercial small launch vehicle market. Rocket Lab has been promising reliable, frequent, and affordable access to orbit for small satellites, all elements that give the company a central role in the rapidly growing market for smaller, cheaper satellites. CEO Peter Beck said he was proud of the company, adding, "When Electron took off for the first time in 2017, we opened a new era in space travel. This represents the first time small satellites have had autonomy over how, when, and where frequent and reliable access to orbit is available." 50 launches later, Electron is the most launched commercial small rocket in history. This milestone shows how quickly and well Rocket Lab has managed to break through in an industry that many consider difficult to enter. Electron became the first commercial rocket to reach 50 launches faster than any other, doing so in a span of 7 years and 1 month, as Rocket Lab put it, a long weekend away from being 7 years, something that is almost impossible with this type of agility. SpaceX's Falcon 9, by comparison, reached its 50th launch in March 2018, after 7 years and 9 months. The accomplishment underscores Rocket Lab's ability to remain innovative and efficient, factors central to the firm's success. The 50 Electron launches include 1 flight of a suborbital version named HASTE in 2023. Those also include 4 failures, 1 during its first launch due to a ground software issue, and another 3 between 2020 and 2023 due to different upper stage problems. Falcon 9, interestingly, has been no exception to struggles, including 1 in-flight failure and another on the pad in 2016. These hiccups are standard for building rockets that reliably launch to space, and the speed at which Rocket Lab has corrected course helps underline why. It was the 8th launch of an Electron this year. Initially, Rocket Lab had projected performing 22 Electron launches, including 2 HASTE missions in 2024, However, they have adjusted these projections due to customer delays. Following the Kinéis launch, the company has not yet announced the date or customer for its next Electron mission. Rocket Lab's continued adaptability to evolving conditions in space underpins the company's operational resilience and commitment to minimizing impacts on customer launch schedules. Rocket Lab's Electron rocket has been a key driver of the success story that now sees it as one of, if not the leading concern in the small satellite launch market. The company focuses on offering dedicated launch services and, as part of the spin-offs from the ESA and CNS mission support, serves commercial, government, and scientific customers. The wide array of customers is a sure sign of the high demand for small satellite launches these days, as satellites are getting smaller and space-based data and communications are valued higher than ever. This partnership is a key illustration of how forward-thinking companies are working together to push the boundaries of technology. By using Rocket Lab's proven launch services, Kinéis is free to concentrate on developing its IoT constellation and enabling new connectivity solutions for users. This partnership highlights the need for dependable and adaptable launch capabilities as we move forward to a new era in space-enabled applications. Wins of the past year aside, Rocket Lab has lofty plans for the future, in more ways than one. The company is working on the Neutron rocket, a medium-lift launch vehicle to complement the Electron for a broader and heavier class of missions. Designed to deploy larger payloads to orbit, Neutron will be in very high demand for customers who want to launch bigger and more powerful satellite constellations or even missions beyond Earth. Aside from its launch services, Rocket Lab is also pumping cash into developing satellite manufacturing and mission management solutions. Customers that need to deploy satellites quickly and inexpensively use Fleet Operator Spire, since the firm provides complete solutions, including their Photon satellite platform. Rocket Lab's end-to-end services are designed to make space more accessible, easier, and affordable for an increasing number of users. The space industry is in the midst of a renaissance, with technological advancements and innovative business models emerging faster than at any time in recent history. Another inflection point is being created effectively by companies such as Rocket Lab and Kinéis. The need for reliable, cost-effective launch services will only increase as the industry matures, further improving rocket technology and satellite design. Galactic Gazette News will keep you posted with all the latest news in space exploration and technology. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the latest in space science.